Collection Press. Hi, Sue. Yes, Janine. Hey, Stacy. Ricardo, how you doing? What's up, Jason? Right, Danielle? It's not creepy. Yes, Carmen. Hello, Barbara. Janoa, hello. Cats and dogs, right, Reggie? I'm telling you. Marion's here. Hey, Celia. All right, let's get to it. Happy Friday night. Bill Taylor here in the KENS 5 Digital Center. We've got flash flooding going on in the city, and the National Weather Service just extended the flash flood warning until 10:15. It was up until 8:45, set to expire in just a few minutes, but instead it's now been extended to the 10:15 hour because of how much more rain continues to fall across San Antonio. Please stay home. This is the most important thing you do in a flash flood situation. 48 hours ago, and I was telling you to take cover, to keep your family safe. And we were praying for our families in South Texas, and it was great television. And I thank you for all your support. I thank you for pouring in with all the compliments and the adoration. I really do. It's inspiring. It keeps me going. But here's the thing. Tonight is a flooding situation. So the best thing you do is staying home. If there's no reason to go out, just don't. If there's reason to travel that you have to get home from somewhere, wait it out a little bit longer if you can. You know, because we're going to experience flooding. What a flash flood warning is going to mean is that we're going to experience flooding until that expiration. So flooding from now until 10:15 expected in San Antonio. Okay, and it's mainly west, northwest side of the city because that is where we had about 6 inches of rain on Wednesday night, just 48 hours ago, where again, that was the big concern, is where we're going to get more rain in the worst possible spots. So the flash flood watch, and I'll take the rain off in a moment, just wanted to let you look at this and kind of absorb where most of this, absorbs really not the best word here, is it? Where the rain is heaviest, and it's right down 35, 281, and now more or less 37 on the south, but then it's up 281 and 35 for the heaviest pockets of rain, even out 10 Seguin is getting really heavy rain, but that's beginning to taper off. Now, as we go in, you're going to see the flash flood warning. While that says 8:45, the National Weather Service just extended it for San Antonio until 10:15. That's the original warning, but it's now been extended. Now, I will point this out. You're seeing lightning, especially southeast Bexar County, up through Cibolo, China Grove, Sayers, and Live Oak. Those are not severe storms. Even through Seguin, not severe. Very heavy rain, dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning, but we're not going to experience hail with this. There's a slight chance. In fact, it's not even slight. It's less than slight, called a marginal chance, a 1 out of 5 risk of seeing a hail-producing storm. Haven't seen it, haven't heard of any kind of dynamics really coming together to where there would be enough instability, enough updraft to get some dangerous thunderstorms with high winds and hail. Just want to kind of center up that shot for you a little bit better. So now I'm really impressed with that heavy rain in Wilson County, south of Floresville. Look at that pocket. That is some intense rain coming out of Atascosa County, just south of Floresville and moving northeast. So do you see the similarity, by the way, in the northeast mean flow of this? Same system that gave us the punch of severe weather Wednesday night, same system at work here. What's interesting is as it moves off to the east, now it's starting to encounter the Gulf moisture. So keep in mind, when it's positioned way out west, like you see here, okay, it's still there tonight. When it was even farther west, you're getting, again, a lot of, that lift and that instability on those highest wind speeds aloft over the mountain ranges, over and into south central Texas. So that was what was powering that mean flow, that upper level instability right over Del Rio into Brackettville, because that's where those storms were breeding, okay? But now, as you move, this low creeps east, okay, and is centered up over Big Bend through tomorrow. Well, now you've got the good Gulf moisture in the mix, okay? So that's why it becomes more of a rainfall situation than a real severe weather outbreak situation, where we get more into a flooding concern than we do hail and tornadic concern, okay? Which, by the way, National Weather Service reports have come in, and an EF1 tornado near Hondo. It was actually southeast of Hondo and scooped up to the east, northeast near Castroville before dissipating. Never made it to Bexar County. And then straight line winds in excess of 85 to 105 miles per hour with damage from Sabinal with hail, unbelievable hail. I'll show you the hailstone in Sabinal. Watch this. This is extraordinary. You talk about hail. Look at that. That is the size of a small cantaloupe or one of those small watermelons. I mean, this is larger than a softball. She's holding it in her hand, she being a member of the Ryan family, Sabinal, Texas, Wednesday night. She told me with this picture, they took this, they were under the mattress, under the bed in their bedroom, 30 holes in their roof. These hailstones, 30 holes from roof through into ceiling from that storm. God bless the Ryan family in Sabinal. So big swath, a very heavy rain, swath I should say, a very heavy rain that's moving, again, East Bexar County into Wilson County. That's the heaviest pocket, and we've got 2 warnings. So let me show you what this is. These are the flood spots, okay? Almost all of Bexar County under a flash flood warning until now 10:15, okay? So if you are inside this polygon, you're experiencing flooding through that hour. Hollywood Park, Helotes, almost all of downtown, out I-35 to the southwest side, who didn't get any rain on Wednesday night. Now South San Antonio really getting a lot of heavy rain. Leon Valley up to Helotes, up to Fair Oaks Ranch. All these communities, all experiencing flooding until 10:15. And then a little farther north, and this is going to include Canyon Lake, not New Braunfels, but western Comal County. So almost all of Comal County, New Braunfels not in the warning. So that's good news in this warning until 10:30, when we're hoping that rain ends enough that water can recede and we're not dealing with flooding. See, this is the biggest concern in all of South Central Texas, that we have flash flood alley. We're not tornado alley. What happened Wednesday night with an EF1 is a pretty rare event for us. And it's not a big wedge tornado. We don't experience those because of the dynamics of what occurs here. Instead, we get the smaller EF0s, EF1s. They do a lot of damage, winds of 100 to 110 miles per hour. but they're not those big wedge tornadoes like Oklahoma, Kansas, North Texas gets. Instead, we're in flash flood alley. So when these heavy rainfall storms come in, and that's what you're looking at now, look at some of these rainfall rates I'll pop in. Look at that, 3 inches per hour. That's the storm, that bright red that's heading in south of Floresville. 3 inches per hour. That is blinding rain. That's just a wall of water. And then all these totals, I mean, all these rainfall rates, look at these. Inch and a half per hour. What's this purple one? Is that the same? Just about. Yeah, this is extraordinary. Inch 0.15. Coming down so hard, blinding rain in several directions. So that's what this map shows, is where the heaviest pockets of precipitation rate are occurring. So you can see that here's the solace from Hondo south on 35. You see the rain tapering off. So it is coming to an end. Castroville is getting the last batch of moderate rainfall in that yellow. But that's what that 3-inch rainfall looks like on radar, that bright red that's coming in south of Floresville. Turn around, don't drown. Most important thing we will tell you in a flood situation. Turn around, don't drown. I always tell, when I go to 2nd and 3rd grade classrooms, it's typically about the age they study meteorology, so we go in to complement those lessons. And I tell them that if you're in a vehicle and in that back seat, cry and plead with whomever is driving to turn around and don't drown. So often you'll drive a road that you drive 2-3 times a day, every day, and you can say, surely it's not going to get that deep. Or you're in an area that's unfamiliar, even worse, and you're like, surely it's not going to be that deep and it's not moving that rapidly. I can drive through. Water is the most powerful force on this planet. And if it's moving at only 1 mile to 1.5 miles per hour, it will take any vehicle off the road. And it doesn't have to be that high at that rate, okay? I mean, it's halfway up a tire. If it's moving a couple miles per hour, it will take that car off the road. And it doesn't matter what car it is. So if the barricade's up, but sometimes the barricades aren't up in time. And so you can only see, and especially now with the sun going down, you only see water. You don't know the depth, and you don't know the rate. You don't know the rate underneath that surface. You might be looking at water across a road that doesn't look as though it's moving too rapidly, but you don't know the whole story. Turn around, don't drown. There's just, here's the thing that statistically, 80% of flood-related deaths are behind the wheel of a car. 80%. 8 out of 10 of those deaths are in a car. So please make sure you turn around and don't drown. Just stay where you are for a little while. No, Michelle, maybe Sunday morning. I think the last of the rain should be late Saturday night, Sunday morning. This storm, very slow mover, very sluggish upper level system. It's finally starting to, move east. We're going to have another big round of rain on Saturday, and then we start moving things out. Look at this. Brian Box, 6.9 inches and counting. Henderson Pass. Wow. Yeah, definitely counting. So Henderson Pass right up 281 at 1604. Coming up on 7 inches of rain. Are we going to get any rain breaks over 1604 and 281 south? Yes, so it's coming. You can see it's going to start tapering off here in the next 15, 20 minutes. It'll still be a steady rain until probably about 9:30, and then it'll end. Rick Hernandez, listen to the rain, respect Mother Nature, stay home and make some delicious caldo. That is it. Look at Rick Hernandez. That's what you do. You do that. You stay home and you make delicious caldo. That's awesome. Great tip. Medina, Texas, looking tonight. Well, Alicia getting a lot better. Medina is up in Bandera County. You should be dry right now, and you'll stay dry. As we look west-southwest, things are really quiet until you get way out west of Del Rio, and you can still see some action. That's why this is an indicator that we're not getting the system through, that we still have a wet Saturday waiting for us. Yeah, flash flood alert, Virginia. Everybody in the newsroom, yeah, we all got that too. So that was when they extended the warning from Bexar County's 8:45 expiration to a 10:15 expiration. Same area that I just showed you. Same area of Bexar County under the warning. They just extended it, what's that, an hour and a half? What is the rain total so far? Great question, Edwin. Let's take a look. It's going to be impressive. I will say that. So this is a 48-hour total because I want to include Wednesday night, mainly because that's what's causing a lot of this flooding, is going into this event today with 5 to 6 inches already. So our absorption rate was very low. I mean, keep in mind that we didn't have a whole lot of rain going into Wednesday night. So when that rain hits a hard surface, it doesn't absorb well at all. And it goes right to runoff. And so that's what causes that flash flooding. When flash flooding is, it happens so quickly after the rain begins. All right, so let's start querying, as we call it. There's go over Castroville, 5.5 inches. West San Antonio is up to 7.5. I'm going to try to move that off of the sand. You're not going to block our precious San Antonio. There we go. Okay, this is going to be close to here at the station because that's I-10, 410. And just west of that, we're at 6.5 inches of rain. 281, this is going to be near Henderson Pass, 5.5 inches. East Bexar County, this little pocket's 6 inches. South of Seguin, you're running 3.5. 5 inches south in Atascosa County near Pleasanton. You see that little pocket south of Hondo where they're picking up all the pieces of the violent thunderstorms that ripped through Hondo, D'Hanis, Sabinal, incredible hail. Maria, send us some rain to Eagle Pass, right? Look at Eagle Pass. If I zoom this out, you'll notice that southwest, they only have about an inch to maybe even an inch. I mean, look at this. This green is going to be the best you got, 1.3. And that's not even Eagle Pass. That's north of you. And that's exceptional drought. Southwest, I-35 corridor south into Pearsall down to Cotulla, Carrizo Springs area, all exceptional drought. So Bandera, yeah, you're going to be a good chance of rain through tomorrow. Good chance of rain through tomorrow. Bill Taylor's the Helotes Carnival Parade not looking like it will happen based on tomorrow's forecast. Well, Rick, so far what I'm hearing, because I'm actually announcing the parade tomorrow. I'm the announcer in the booth. You'll hear my voice. Rain or shine, the only thing that was going to stop them was severe weather, and they would reach out to me if they were canceling. And hopefully, if they needed some consultation on that decision, reach out to me as well. But I spoke to city officials earlier this afternoon. I reached out to them at about 2 o'clock, 2:30, with the latest model data information and what I thought was going to happen tomorrow, and they were moving forward. Parade is on as scheduled on Bandera Road, Carnival 2021. More storms tonight. Stacy, overnight, how are you? It looks like we've got another shot of some overnight rain. Before sunrise, I think we get another wave. SeaWorld, rain chances are good. Flash flood warning continues till 10:15, Joe. Stay home. So it's going to rain all day Saturday. Good question, Brian. Let's take a look. Semi-annual, here it is. David Joyner, the semi-annual Bill Taylor flash flood sale, Monday only at Universal Toyota. DJ, you know we're invoicing you. You know we're invoicing you on this, man. That's so awesome. All right, so let me show you future radar. Oh, first, some of the totals that are in the forecast are frightening. Now, this is going to say 7-day, but it truly occurs in the next 36 hours because we get this system out. There's not a chance of rain again until Tuesday, and it's slight. So this really happens in the next 36 hours. And this is additional. From now forward, we're looking 2, 3, up to 4 inches of rain between here and Cuero. And some of those lighter pockets, that's approaching 5 inches of rain in that orange that you see in DeWitt County, south of Gonzales. I mean, that is frightening. Now, let me quantify this for you, and we'll put the numbers on it. Now, again, this is going to be in the next, Saturday night into Sunday. And you can see from now forward, again, an additional this. I showed you those totals just a moment ago, right? 6, 7 inches already, San Antonio west side. This is an additional 1.75 inches, an additional 6+ at Gonzales. That white, that is the scary pocket of 8 to 10 inches of rain total. Hallettsville, Cuero, so it's almost all of DeWitt County and a good piece of Lavaca County. That's some serious flooding. Because remember, all that water that we produce, all of the rain that falls north of that spot is rushing through those rivers and tributaries on its way to the Gulf of Mexico. All that runoff plus this rain that's falling. That's why Cuero, I remember Cuero had deadly flooding. Gosh, it was about 10 years ago. It was tragic. I mean, it was one of those war zone moments where they were walking the streets and homes were destroyed. It was upwards of like 1,000 homes completely destroyed in flooding there. I mean, it was so bad. And that's why, because if we get all this rain up here, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, guess where it's all going? It all wants to get to the Gulf of Mexico. It uses every river and tributary to get there, and then you get rain on top of that for these communities, and it's a nightmare. Do you think the golf courses will be... Robert, only the pure golfers are going out tomorrow, I'm telling you right now. Only the diehards. All right, so let's get to future radar. And we're going to take a look at a couple of models. How about that? Because I want to make sure we get a good consensus on just the amount of rain that's going to fall. All right, where are we now? There we go. Coming into tomorrow. So let's first take a look. This is going to be the RPM, I believe. Or no, this is the IBM. Okay, so remember that. This is the IBM model, which we're getting rain over San Antonio right now. So this is somewhat accurate. Let's take a look at the current radar picture before we move into the model data. And if I stop this motion, when I show you those model data pictures, this is what we want to see. We want to see the closest to this reality. And then that's the model we'll have the highest confidence in. So heaviest storms down I-37, also east of San Antonio, some pretty heavy pockets in Wilson County, but decent steady rain up the I-35 corridor, okay? So that's what we're looking for on our future model. So this first one, right, not bad, because the heaviest pockets of rain, just about a county to 2 counties off to the south. Again, remember, this is a computer. So it's really, you know, when you're a county or 2 off, that's not that bad, okay? Now let's go in and look at some different models. That's the IBM. Here comes the HRRR, a little bit better, showing a better representation of the 35 corridor rain. So this one is better than IBM, right? So side by side, we lose IBM, we keep the HRRR. HRRR, call it the HRRR. Now we go to the high resolution rapid refresh. And this is almost a little closer, but remember, this is not going to go out as far. This will only go the next 12 hours or so on a forecast. So let's just take a look at this one now and what it's showing for tonight. Stacy was asking about overnight rain, and see that big pocket bill to the south? This is what I'm afraid of right there. Look at this. 1:30 in the morning and very heavy rain. Pearsall down to Cotulla, pushing up into the city by 2:30 a.m. And look at that coverage. Very heavy rain. Kerrville, San Antonio, Pleasanton, Seguin, Floresville, 3 a.m., 4:30 a.m. So see, when you're going this steady 2 to 3 hours of rain, this water is going to rise fast heading into Saturday morning. Now, I'm grateful in the sense that it's this hour of the day. You're home and you're sleeping, you're safe, okay? But water's going to start rising in some of these homes, I'm afraid, along some rivers. And then this pushes out before the sun's up on our Saturday. And then by 9, okay, this bodes well. This forecast bodes well for the Helotes Parade, because at 10 a.m. is when that starts, and you see that we're dry across Bexar County, and all the heavy rain is out west through the noon hour, and that's when the parade should wrap up. And then that rain starts pushing into the city. Boy, this is impressive. Very heavy rain, and that's where that's going to end. So see, it's just about a 12-hour model, but a very impressive one indeed. So here's what we've got to remember as we look forward, because now we're also, as we look at several models, you look for a consensus as well. You look to see how many models agree on this forecast. So this forecast calling for another heavy pocket of rain moving in by 2 in the morning. That we're going to start getting a break here at showtime, essentially, right at about 10:30. Heavy pockets to the east, and then rain back into the city by 2 in the morning. Okay, so that's the HRRR, which does a good job off the top. Now the NAM, a very reliable model, decent representation, again, with the heaviest rain, a couple counties off, but that's not bad. Let's now see if it agrees with that last model at a 2 a.m. explosion. Pretty close. That's 1 in the morning. And you go down I-35, you see from New Braunfels of Floresville to Beeville, up I-35 through the 2 a.m. hour, tapering off a bit, but still some steady rain, 2 to 3 a.m. And then heavy pockets east through sunrise Saturday. Boy, a lot more scattered on this instead of those big lines like we saw, right? But boy, that doesn't bode well for the Helotes Parade. Look at that, 10-10-30. That's a washout. Talk about raining on a parade. My gosh, this would be terrible for the parade. I mean, they're losing tonight with Cornyval. Had a nice night last night, though. But Sunday's going to be good. So make your plans to go out to Helotes and get corny on Sunday. Corn in the cup, yeah. Roasted corn, oh yeah. So good. A lot of great food. All supporting local causes. Every booth is a different fundraiser, so it's fantastic. Great arts and crafts, great kettle corn from our good friends at the Hondo Maze. So yeah, you got to get out there. Sunday, though. You want to go Sunday, for sure. Because look, Saturday, I'm telling you. And there's Sunday, look at that. Heavy pocket of rain comes through before sunrise Sunday. And then we end. Wow. I'm hearing a producer talk about getting to a water rescue. Oh, we pray for people behind the wheel tonight. Protect them, God. Again, be smart out there. Stay where you are if you can. This is not a night you want to drive. Even if the rain's letting up, we're under a flash flood warning till 10:15 in San Antonio, okay? A flash flood warning till 10:15. That definitely means that we've got flooding for at least another hour in the city. Another hour of flooding, another hour that you should really just stay home or stay where you are. Just drop anchor for a few more minutes, another hour. That's it. Could be the difference in life or death. When water's moving, it's deadly. Remember, flooding is one of nature's #1 killers. And 8 out of 10 of those deaths happen behind the wheel of a car. So just stay home. 3 to 4, Lakey and Frio River. Richard, yeah, you might actually get that. Because I still think that there's going to be some good Northwest totals, hill country totals. Aquifer, did you know Aquifer's up like 6.5 feet since Wednesday? It's been a really good boost. Just shook the entire house in Universal City. Thanks, Virginia. Thank you, Stacy. God bless you, too. I really appreciate that. That's so precious. Praying for my family tonight. Thank you, Stacy. All right, RPM model. Ooh, it's got a lot of the heavy rain. Well, that's not current. Let's back this up to current hour. Not really. Not really on it. So it looks like Ace Triple R. Spurs are in overtime?
Overtime, yeah.
Who are they playing, Ray?
Celtics.
Ah, they're playing the Boston Celtics.
But they blew a 32-point lead.
Are they playing in Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the luck of the Irish, man. You can't beat it. Spurs had a 32-point lead, and now they're tied and going to overtime.
128 all.
Boy, the days of Pop's defense are gone, man.
There's Joe right there. You can ask him about it.
Joe who? Oh, Joe Reinagle. There he is. He looks good tonight. Did you guys see his Instagram? Oh, gosh. You got to go to Instagram. It's the 5 fun facts about Joe Reinagle. It's really good stuff. One that they left out was, born and raised in Alice, Texas.
Hey, why don't you relax a little bit, take the tie off?
Joe, I like to dress nice for my family here, for my
okay.
Facebook
You're a
family.
hard-working man.
I know they would be, but some nights you just, you bring it.
Wait, is that tonight?
Is that what you call it? Nice. Joe Reinagle, everyone. So, yeah, Spurs going to OT tonight. Wow. Severe threat tomorrow, Sarah, is minimal. I mean, it's less than slight. So I've got to decide which model we're going to go with here. Let's see if RPM decide. Yeah, see, the 1 to 2 a.m. is a consensus. We decided on that. So I'm going to stick with the IBM long range, and we're going to use this at 10 o'clock. And see, it brings that wave through at 2 a.m., but focuses at east-southeast and misses the city, which would be a blessing because Remember, you don't want the rain to fall where the flash flooding concern is. So let me catch you up on that. If you're just joining us, flash flood warning until 10:15 for San Antonio. This means you need to stay where you are for another hour and just be safe. Stay off the roads. I mean, all of Bexar County practically is flooding right now. There are going to be some, telltale spots. And our executive producer, Megan Pettis, I was just looking at our HALT system of monitors. And Megan, could you tell me roughly how many roads are underwater right now, according to that HALT system, by any chance? Give or take. I mean, it's a great HALT. It's an acronym. I forget what it stands for. But if you just Google search it, you'll get an interactive map that shows you the roads and where the sensors are across the city. 34 road closures in San Antonio right now. Stay home. Stay off the roads. Thank you, Megan. It's incredible when you see how fast this happens. That's why we use the word flash flooding. It's not just a flood watch. It's not just a flood warning. It's a flash flood warning because of how fast it occurs here. Because remember, we're downhill. When you talk about Bandera, you've driven out to Bandera, you've driven out to Kerrville, you see those beautiful mountains, right? I mean, I know, if you're from Colorado, I'm from New Jersey, I get it, but for us, those are mountains. And when you consider that fall off, it's called the Balcones Escarpment, that fall off makes a difference with these rainfalls. And these rainfall rates of like 2 to 3 inches per hour, well, that's all raining downhill. It's like raining on a slope. So it's flash flooding. And that's why this whole area is called Flash Flood Alley. So now you also see the Comal County warning. This is in effect until 10:30. It includes Canyon Lake, but not New Braunfels. It's almost all of western Comal County. These are the only 2 warnings. But I'll show you that we have all these counties in green, a flash flood watch through 7 p.m. tomorrow. So we're still expecting a lot of that heavy rain to come down on Saturday. Here's live radar. Good news. We're starting to see, most of this rain kind of thin out, kind of collapse. It's not building. It's not intensifying. That's a really good sign. It's still going to be a steady rain. That yellow is a good steady rain. It's not heavy like the reds that you see. The color, by the way, determined by the rate at which the signal returns to the site. We call them DBZs, right? And so what happens is the signal goes out from the radar and then hits the raindrop, and then the signal returns to the radar site. So the rate at which it's returning is determining the color that you're seeing. So you've got the light green, coming back at a rate like this maybe, but then you get the yellow, red, green, and then black and white even. And that's typically when you're hitting hail, because it really has trouble picking up what the intensity is with hail. And so hail comes back in a hurry and it turns white on radar. But the white you see on radar here is lightning. We're not concerned about hail. We're not concerned about tornadoes or wind damage. These are just heavy rain showers, okay? Heavy rain showers. No hail tonight. No hail tonight. Ken's Five's asking me. I like that. Hearing thunder in the Stone Oak area right now. Yeah, there's going to be some thunder. There's going to be some lightning and thunder. Remember, lightning causes thunder. When thunder roars, anyone? Ray Silva, everybody. That's my man right there. Go indoors. When thunder roars, go indoors. Because remember, lightning creates thunder. It's mainly because of the rapid expansion of air. It's the physics of the atmosphere. When you heat up air rapidly, it expands. It happens so fast in lightning, and the expansion rate is so quick and so massive, it breaks the sound barrier and creates thunder. And so what you're doing, because you're heating the air, remember, a bolt of lightning on average is 55 to 60,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So consider a temperature aloft, right, where the lightning is occurring at, say, let's just round it off. I could go 50 degrees, okay? I can go 100 degrees, and it's still not going to be anywhere near 60,000 degrees. And how fast is it heating to that temperature? Lightning fast, that fast. That air expands that quickly, okay? So yeah, thunder, and even though that lightning is pretty far away from you, that doesn't mean that you're not going to hear the thunder or even see the top of that lightning. But these storms, these are shallow. These are not going to be building, massive building thunderstorms. Now, where you see more lightning, and that's going to be some very heavy rain. Seguin, you're going to get hit pretty hard. Some really heavy downpours are coming in, and some lightning. So get inside if you're not already in Seguin. Schertz and Selma, and by the way, I should mention, as I tell Schertz and Selma, or shirts, you know, Selma's under a thunderstorm too right now. Keep in mind that if you know somebody in Seguin, give them a ring right now and let them know, hey, and by the way, phones are safe, cell phones are safe in a lightning storm. Just please make sure that you're giving them a call to let them know. I mean, they might not be aware or even paying attention to radar. Could be, you know, watching a movie or playing a board game. I mean, they're going to hear what's going on, but give them a heads up that, you know, we've got some flooding in San Antonio, not in Seguin, but flooding in San Antonio and Comal County. And even in those, you know, if you know somebody in San Antonio that might not be aware and is going to be driving to work or going to be going out to the store or going to be doing something tonight, tell them to stay home, at least till 10:15, you know, another hour. Wind gusts going to be like not bad, Lorraine. I mean, this is not going to be a windstorm. It might be breezy. It's an east-northeast wind. We can check current wind speeds right now, and I'm not going to expect to see much. Let's check the airport. 11 miles an hour, and it's out of the south actually right now. So that's really not that bad at all. So again, very heavy rain, flash flood. Oh, we got a new warning until 12:15. Okay, let's take it out and look at this map. There's a new warning right now. There we go. That heavy pocket of rain. Look at this. We've got 3 active warnings now. So now the new flash flood warning, this one right here. This is going to be until after midnight tonight. And it's, which one is it? That's Comal. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just kind of keeping these in a good order so I don't have to change them up for the show. But this is the newest warning. You know what I should do too is let's take a look at some of what the National Weather Service is telling us. That's going to be Bexar, Guadalupe, and Wilson, you know, that latest warning. Let me first get back to radar, but just to give you an idea, if you are in these polygons, stay home. Do not get on the roads. This is a major flooding situation. This is a flash flood warning in those green boxes. Those polygons represent areas experiencing flash flooding. Water over roads, water closing roads. 33 roads are closed in the San Antonio area, so most of Bexar County under that warning. But I'm going to assume the same up into Comal County, Canyon Lake, road closures. Out around Seguin, road closures. Highway 90. You've got so many people on a Friday night. It's only 9 o'clock, 9:15, that are going to be out and about. Please just stay where you are until at least 10:15. That's going to be San Antonio's warning. But 10:30 on Comal County, 12:15 until that Seguin one. And you can see it covers so much real estate from Brawning and Calaveras Lake, clipping Wilson County, but taking up most of Guadalupe County and Seguin. Heavy rain for Steve and Bernie. Thank you for the report, brother. Sorry, I'm just curious. That's all, and I'm scared. What was the question, Andrew? I'm sorry, I missed it. You tell me. Any flooding in Bernie? Courtney, it's close. I would imagine there's some water on the roads there, but you're not in the flash flood warning. So you're just north of it, which definitely tells me that, you know, be careful and stay home if you can. Dawn says, my daughter-in-law has to be at work tomorrow morning, 3, Costco. Will the water be okay? See, we're getting another round, Dawn, 2 in the morning, 2 to 3. We're expecting an overnight wave of heavy rain, so please be very careful. Tell your daughter-in-law to be very safe on the roads. Casson 35, Wednesday's rain, crazy flooded. There was police presence to close off and keep roads closed there. Yeah, that'll happen again, Jose, absolutely, because we're adding to it now. You know, at least we've had these 48 hours to see some of this water recede from Wednesday night, but I mean, it was still 6, 7 inches of rain, right? So you're going to still see some major flooding in that area. All right, so let me get live radar back up. Cibolo, very good chance, Loren. We don't have it under a warning, or we do. You know, Bexar County, let me just see real quick again. Cibolo is, yeah, you're under the warning, East Bexar County, until 10:15. Clarissa from CVS. Oh, hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Our CVS in Helotes. Great work. Keep it up. What's the level of the canyon? Oh, I don't know right now, Jason. And the aquifer is up, Ricardo, from Wednesday about 7 feet. Chicken and dumplings for dinner at Virginia's. All right, we're coming over. Put on the coffee. We're coming over. All right, so let's take a look at the National Weather Service chat and what's going on. All right, local storm reports. This is what's great about this chat room. You've got all these emergency managers giving us information that we can get out to you guys. Canyon Lake Emergency Manager at 756 in Sattler closed due to flooding east of the intersection of River Road and FM 2673. Up in Bulverde, reports of flooding, road closures. Smithson Valley back toward Bulverde have seen the highest rain amount so far. More rain lined up to move in as well. Castle Hills has major flooding. Reports of road closures. Vehicles are stranded in Castle Hills. Flood advisory, flood warning. Rainfall rates have increased on activity to the south and southeast of San Antonio, especially Floresville, 3 to 4 inches per hour in that rain that's now right on top of Floresville, sweeping through Wilson County. Man, and that's going to be I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to be the same going into Karnes County. Right down 37, you can see what's leaving Atascosa County, just kind of clipping B County. It's going to be heading into Karnes City and Kennedy. So if you know anybody in Karnes City and Kennedy, tell them to just stay put. Flash flooding could turn into flash flood warnings real fast as some very heavy rain comes in from the south and west of them. Okay, so that upgrade took place. What else do we have? Okay, I've updated you on the chat. Good stuff. Chivo's loving it. Good soaking rains are what we need, right? Aquifer's in good shape. Aquifer's getting much better. 40-mile-per-hour winds at Timber Hill Drive about 20 minutes ago. Thank you, Jason. Okay, I'm sorry, Rachie, what is it? I keep trying to ask and no response. Sometimes I just don't see it. Just doing some radar work. What do you got for me, Rachie? I'm watching. Edwin, what current status of recharge zone? Yeah, let me show you. So what's cool about this aquifer map we use is that I've got radar on top of it. We can get a real-time look. Donna, are areas on Bandera Road in danger of flooding? Absolutely, absolutely, because it's under a warning right now. So please stay off Bandera Road, stay off all roads. Bill, how are afternoon football games tomorrow? Going to definitely be wet. I mean, I don't know if they'll even continue them. I mean, you know, because with those additional rains overnight, look at that. You can see it did cut off from the recharge zone, but the aquifer up another foot today. And like I said, it's been up about 6.5 feet since Wednesday. Loving the rain. Yeah, thank you, God. Divine, what's it looking like later on tonight? A couple of us wanting to know. Okay, thank you, Rachie. There we go. So another big wave coming in about 1 to 3 a.m. I definitely expect another good heavy rain band. It's just uncertain now. If you're down to the south and west, Divine, you know, you're definitely in the mix for this, but some of the models are taking it east of us because I consider Divine metropolitan area. It's going to be moving, you know, from coming in from the south, you know, could clip you for sure. Look for it about 1 to 3 a.m. and then a good chance again tomorrow. 80 to 90% coverage all day till about 6 p.m. All the linemen, absolutely, Yara. Thank you very much. God bless our linemen out in the element trying to restore power because that's what happens in a lot of these situations. And you're out there working in these kind of weather conditions. As I'm telling everyone to stay safe and stay home, our CPS linemen are out there working. God bless all of our workers, our linemen and women who are working for city public service and restoring power where it's necessary to keep us safe, keep us informed. Thank you very much. No, our prayers are out to them. Terry, we do. Think Kerrville will have some flooding? I don't. Right now, it's looking good. You guys are on the farthest reach of the flash flood watch. So let me show you what I mean by that. When we draw those watches up, well, we saying, you know, it's not that I'm drawing it up, but when it's drawn up, it's going to show you that, again, Kerrville is on the outer reach of the watch. So they're the farthest west, and that's good. I mean, in the sense that they're not getting too much heavy rain now. The real bullseye has been San Antonio, New Braunfels, Seguin. But New Braunfels is in between, right on 35, in between those warnings. Turn around, don't drown. Yeah, Laura, actually, you know what? That phrase came out of the New Braunfels National Weather Service office. Turn around, don't drown was something that was born out of our office here in San Antonio. True story. Exits near downtown, I'm not sure. Lucretia, do we know if the lower levels are closed downtown? Yeah. Did they close the lower levels of 35? Usually they will. Not sure, Lucretia. We'll check. Right. Okay, thank you. So not showing up on the one halt map that we have, but doesn't mean it's not the case. It's a real flood-prone spot. And you know why, by the way? You know why? Because of all the debris and trash. A lot of times, San Antonio River, there's so much littering, there's so much trash down in there, they can't clean it out fast enough between rainstorms. And we get a lot of runoff based on just litter and garbage that hasn't been cleared out. That's really sad. But the other big part, as I've explained, we're raining downhill too, so it's a deadly combination. Reports that summer without power near Randolph. Have we seen power outages? Thanks, Virginia. Are power outages real bad? Thank you. Total rainfall for Poteet last couple of days. Not very, very much. The farther south you go, maybe an inch or two at the most. Rainfall rates and amounts have been very impressive, you know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 1,200 customers of CPS without power right now, Virginia, so really not too bad. But look at this. This is the last 2 days of rainfall, and it's important to keep that kind of time frame because then you get an appreciation for where the flooding is going to occur and most prone to occur. West San Antonio, we're coming up on 8 inches, 6 at least in some spots, 281 at 1604 and north towards Bulverde near 6 inches. So yeah, I see Poteet right about here, about 3 inches. Okay, not bad. Better than I thought. Lots of thunder and lightning in New Braunfels. Yeah, be inside. Make sure you're aware. Andrew wants to know if turning off the TV and lightning. Kim. No, you should be okay. I mean, a surge protector is always good. So a surge protector helps you a lot from losing your television in a lightning storm. Lightning hit my driveway, okay, about 14 years ago. And surge protector saved all my appliances, except for the 220 panel. The air conditioning unit, lost that. So there were several things that were damaged and destroyed with the electrical charge. Yeah, New Braunfels, again, in the flash flood watch, but in between the warnings. That's what's interesting. New Braunfels, okay in that sense. Cars can drown. The air intake sucks in the water and can damage internal parts of the engine. Excellent stuff. Thanks, Chivo. Can burn out the motor, shut it off, and it'll leave you stranded in that water. See? That's incredible. Chivo, another reason, thank you very much, brother, to stay home. Floresville, hi, Rebecca. Yeah, heavy rain pouring through. Stay safe there. I think so, Ginny. I think it'll be like, you know, between about 1 and 3, it looks like the biggest wave. So hopefully it ends by 6 a.m. and then we're looking at some afternoon chances and the system finally kicks out by Saturday night. Speaking of which, I got to get going. So I'm going to show you the 7-day forecast and give you an idea as to what we're expecting over the weekend and heading into next week. Here comes the heat. Behind this system, it's going to get hot. Even beginning Sunday afternoon, we're going to be breezy. We're going to be sunny. I mean, we get a couple of leftover showers early Sunday, 30% chance. We might even be able to drop that tomorrow. But then sunny, breezy, 88. Then sunny and 93 on Monday. Tuesday, a slight chance of rain. But tonight, tomorrow, 80 to 90% chances of rain will continue. So please stay safe. Flash flood warnings are in effect for San Antonio till 10:15, for Comal County till 10:30, for Seguin and areas east until 12:15 a.m. So please be alert. Please stay home tonight if you can at all costs. If there's no reason to go out, don't make one. Just stay home, stay safe. God bless you and your families. I love you and you know I mean it. And I'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10.